And you are watching LucyTWWE, my weekly review show where I bestow upon you all of my symphonic opinions on all things WWE. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, because as of today I have 107 subscribers. What? Okay, so we all know that I love the mixed match challenge. So instead of having it take up very precious real estate on my top 10 list, I'm going to kick off every show with my thoughts on the latest match of the Mixed Match Challenge. So this week, Team Little Big, Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss, defeated the husband-wife duo of Jimmy Uso and Naomi. Now I have to say, like, at first I was kind of disappointed that Jimmy and Naomi were not going to be taking on the other husband and wife duo of Ravishing Rusev Day. But Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss have incredible chemistry and they deliver, let me tell you. They're playful, they have super exaggerated sexual tension that's somehow combined with the ridiculous extremes of each of their size. And this duo is pure gold. Make sure you check it out. All right, let's get started on the top 10 list. Here are the top 10 happenings in the WWE this WWE week. Number 10, we have another inductee into the 2018 WWE Hall of Fame. Welcome to Hillbilly Jim, AKA James Morris. A few pieces of trivia for you on the newest inductee. He was trained by Bob Orton. He used to wrestle with a biker gimmick under the ring name Harley Davidson. And according to TMZ Sports, he was not even planning on going to WrestleMania this year because apparently the travel, the late nights were a little too much for him to handle last year in Orlando. It wasn't until he got the call being invited to go to WrestleMania this year, he declined, and then they were like, no, you don't understand. Vince wants to induct you into the Hall of Fame. And he was like, oh. So he's obviously going this year. Number 9, 50-man Royal Rumble. So WWE very vaguely, loosely announced this week that they will be doing a very special, the greatest Royal Rumble with 50 men to take place in Saudi Arabia. Now, so far, Triple H, Nakamura, AJ Styles, John Cena are just a few of the big names that are guaranteed to appear at this 50-man Royal Rumble. I'm just really confused because clearly there's no real reason to have it except for like press. And is it even going to be televised or shared on the network? Because if not, why are you telling me? Are we gonna have another version of Starrcade where there was all this hype yet nobody could actually watch it anywhere? Number 8, we are letting it simmer. Sasha and Bailey. They are really, I would say, letting it simmer, but quite frankly, now it's just getting lukewarm, cold on the stove. Def gonna have a match between the two of them at WrestleMania. And this week, Sasha Banks ran to Bailey's defense when she got attacked by Absolution, and then Bailey snubbed her. Not the way I would have booked this feud that we know is coming. Sad. Like, part of the entertainment value of a face turning heel is the complete and utter shock and awe to the WWE Universe system. And we have been robbed of that with this duo because of all the wishy-washiness that's been going on for weeks. Paige did come out though and was like, Bailey, I'm so glad you have a backbone now. More than Paige can say, am I right? Too soon? Also, when are Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville going to be able to like talk themselves? Because this is getting really old. I want to get to know them. Number 7, the Mizzies. It is award season and I don't know about you guys, but I love the Mizzies. The only other awards that I can even think of that remotely compared to the Mizzies might be like the Dundies from The Office. The editors at WWE really outdid themselves though with the editing of the nomination reel where Seth Rollins was announced as the man who bragged about lasting over an hour in a match that he did not win. And Kurt Angle being nominated against Kurt Angle, against Kurt Angle, against Kurt Angle for the worst decisions ever made by a Raw general manager. I'm really curious to see what happens with The Miz after WrestleMania because the It Baby is due April 6th, 2 2 days before WrestleMania, and The Miz already has this other reality show on USA Network, Miz and Mrs. This week it was made official that he will be defending his Intercontinental title against both Finn Balor and Seth Rollins in a triple threat match at WrestleMania. So I'm assuming he'll lose it to one of those two in order to take off time for some paternity leave. Number 6, and the Oscar goes to Nia. Yo, where have these acting chops been? Okay, so let me rewind a little bit for you. So this week, Asuka defeated Nia Jax once again, of course, and we saw a Martin Scorsese-worthy scene between Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. Nia obviously stole the scene though. Waterworks. Oh my gosh, and you could see as she was crying to Alexa, every single word Alexa was saying to her. You could just see the cogs in that beautiful face head of hers turning. I think we're going to get Alexa Bliss defending her title at WrestleMania against Nia Jax. Now this obviously makes sense because the only thing I can think of that would be worthy of ending Asuka's undefeated streak would be for Charlotte Flair to end it at WrestleMania. Definitely more excited for this best friend versus best friend feud between Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, more so than Bailey and Sasha Banks. Number 5. What is the point of it all? So this week on SmackDown, the SmackDown Live commish, Shane O'Mac, booked a last-minute fatal 5-way match between AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. So basically the 6-pack WWE Championship match we're all supposed to be excited about for this upcoming Sunday at Fastlane. Just without John Cena. What? Well, I guess to be fair, John Cena is probably still mentally and physically recovering from his first ever match against Goldust this week. Or the Today Show. Or the Kids' Choice Awards. Do they not want any anticipation though building up to this match? Also, oh my god, also, to make matters even worse, Sami Zayn already betrayed Kevin Owens this week on SmackDown and pinned him after saying that he would lay down for him in the Fatal 5-Way, oh sorry, 6-pack challenge. What the hell? Literally no point now to tune into Fastlane. Except, of course, to like watch the match and see who wins. And all the other matches. Also, Dolph Ziggler is giving me serious CM Punk vibes. Hoodie? Check. Hand wraps? Check. Rant about how the entire system is unfair? Check, check, check. Maybe Vinnie Mac has heard all of our CM Punk chants at shows and is just making another version of CM Punk instead of actually bringing him back. Because let's face it, that is never going to happen. Number 4, you broke my friend. Rusev Day is taking off faster than Sable taking off a potato sack. And I am loving this push that WWE is giving to Rusev. I wonder if it's because his merch has been such a success. He deserves it, especially because he literally has not been in matches for weeks. So remember last week, Nakamura basically stood on Aiden English's throat, rendering him voiceless. And this week we got one of the best promos ever from Rusev. You broke my friend. So basically we'll have Rusev face off against Nakamura this week at Fastlane. It's Nakamura Day! Truly a match I did not even know that I wanted, but I want it. I think Nakamura's super technical skills will be a really cool complement in the ring to Rusev's pure brute force. A bit random though because WrestleMania is in like 30 days. So is this going to muddy up the dream match between AJ Styles and Nakamura at WrestleMania? Assuming AJ retains the WWE Championship on Sunday. Number 3, bullshit. So Paul Heyman had a 29-hour promo at the very end of Raw this week addressing Roman Reigns' rant the other week where he, rightfully so, called Brock Lesnar a little bitch. Paul Heyman honestly just says the same things over and over and over again, and then when another superstar actually comes into the ring, he's just like, Glad Roman stood his ground though and maintained Brock's bitchhood. So literally the only way Vinnie Mac can think of to get all of the WWE Universe back on his lover's side is to pit him against one of the most hated champions, Brock Lesnar, and say what we're all thinking. I'm so tired of them telling us that Brock is going to show up to work. Especially as a champion, we should expect you there every week. Number 2. Symphony of Destruction. This was pure motherfucking music to my soul. Also, Elias totally just learned how to play the piano and drums specifically for that segment so he could show off. Seriously, the drum beat was shit. And then he got to live out his lifelong dream of being an Uber driver. And just when I think it cannot get any better, I see Braun frickin' Strowman lift, get it? The car with Elias in it. And then after like 4 more minutes, he crushes Elias underneath a fucking piano. The only thing left for Braun to do is to like flip over the entire ring. I have to wonder though, do you think that Braun Strowman is getting kind of tired of this whole giant gimmick? There is a small part of me that does want to see him explore and express himself with a little bit more sophisticated storytelling. If you guys guessed what number 1 is, number 1, it's official. Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle will take on Stephanie McMahon and Triple H at WrestleMania. I am very excited for this. We haven't seen Stephanie McMahon in the ring since her 2014 SummerSlam match against Brie Bella. Kurt giving me some serious fire in his belly though that is making me a little bit more confident TBH that he could actually do some damage to Triple H in his current condition. We gotta talk about Ronda's Samoan drop. Even Tommy Dreamer called her out. Okay, who won this week? That's easy. Raw. I mean, 80% of my entire list this week was stuff that happened on Raw. And it does seem that the WWE is picking up on the need for Braun to like put some energy into the 3rd hour. Sign of the week. Mill, walk, eat with Elias. Genius. Thank you so much for also submitting questions for me to answer this week. Lil and JD WWE asked me what my thoughts are on Brock Lesnar as a Universal Champion. I think I've already answered your question in my rant about Brock Lesnar. He's terrible. Adam Brashy asks, what is your favorite finisher? Favorite finisher of all time has to be the Stone Cold Stunner. Favorite finisher though of the current roster, the Figure 8. Woo! Broken Empire asks, how would you book a Dolph Ziggler title run? I would have him win the title and then have a big promo in the ring, abandon the title, and then storm off and not be seen for weeks. Again, Maniacal Sovereign asks me, would I ever be a WWE superstar? And if so, what would my finisher be? This question has actually inspired me to share with you my stand-up comedy routine in which I go into all of this. I will be loading it this weekend, so be on the lookout for that. That is all the time we have left for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at LucyTWWE for even more updates on upcoming content.